In times when superstition bloomed, dominating the world view of European society, cats had a reputation that was inescapable. Black cats particularly were equated with the powers of darkness, and if encountered were treated with respect and fear. For superstitious beings today still counts. A black cat crossing the way means bad luck. On September 11, 2001, I leave at 9 a.m. Central European Time to take some photographs of a house at a lake in Carinthia, Austria, a 2-hour drive from where I was staying. The shoot is finished around noon and I move over to the other side of the lake. There I rent an electric motorboat to get a different view of the house. Built on a steep slope on a very narrow piece of land, the only way to get decent pictures of the house from the front is from a boat. Holding the camera in one hand and steering with the other, I navigate back and forth, searching for the perfect viewpoint. After a couple of pictures, I go around the lake just to use up the full hour. On returning, the resort is crowded with kids enjoying the last days off before school begins again. It's time to get going back. I remember having been at this lake as a child. Two impressions still dominate: a large black spider crawling over my bed before I went to sleep, and a sunken rowing boat underneath a wooden jetty. The sunken vessel, covered with a thin fur of algae, lay just a few feet under the surface of the water. It reminded me of when I nearly drowned in another lake nearby when I was little, only being saved by my father at the very last moment. I buy a sandwich and something to drink at a tiny supermarket. The cashier and one customer are the only people I meet. On this wonderful hot sunny late summer day, nobody seems to be on the street. The place seems completely deserted. Driving up another valley, I pass only 2 small villages and a few houses along the way. The old farms are built in an ancient traditional style with dark wood and tiny windows which stare like eyes from the surrounding trees and bushes. At the top of the pass, I stop in the middle of the alpine woods and pastures. With my snack, I get out of the car, climb over a fence, and walk on soft grass past some old trees towards a clearing on the edge of the hill. There I have a fantastic view of the landscape stretching for miles and miles to the horizon. A vast empty sky, no planes, perfect silence. Sitting on an old tree trunk, I enjoy my sandwich and juice. Timeless, idyllic peace, nothing touching me. As far as I can see, only green and some early autumn coloring, no houses, no roads, no disturbing civilization. Lying down on a bed of soft moss beneath, my gaze passes over a mighty trunk of a tree, following its contorted branches up towards the sky. Uneasy though, something drives me on. I need to go. Promise to be back for lunch in the early afternoon. Somewhere along the road, I pass a colorfully painted wooden sculpture of a Turkish soldier carved from a single tree trunk, a historical reminder of the past when only a few centuries ago marauding Muslim soldiers devastated the country. Who today would think of Ottoman troops ever invading this remote, peaceful mountain region in the middle of Europe? In one of the villages along the way, the street is narrow and winding. Suddenly a black cat crosses, coming from the left. Fortunately, I was going slowly and my reactions are fast enough to hit the brake in time. Nevertheless, I feel a shock of fear until I remember that cats are only a bad omen when crossing from the right. I accelerate again, thinking how absurd it is to think like this on such a wonderful day. The next village, another narrow road between houses and fenced gardens. No traffic, still no one on the street, another ghost town. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, another black cat appears crossing my path. This time, though, it came from the right. I slammed the brake, just able to stop my vehicle in time. Phew, everything all right. Evidently a black cat, even from the right, does not necessarily mean bad luck. Though in this case, there had been a real danger. It's okay, we both got away. Yet I can't stop thinking of what else could have happened. If this was a sign, what could it mean? What is it saying? The world is still standing, the sky is blue, the sun is shining, my job is done, I'm enjoying the countryside. What else could I expect? It's around 3 p.m. After the little incident, I call my aunt to tell her that I will be arriving half an hour later. Upon arrival, I join the others who have already started their lunch. We finish quickly. A repairman is suspected, and I have to go to the toilet. In the stillness of the loo, I hear the bell ring outside, the plumber entering. The first thing he says is, "Have you heard the news? Turn on the TV." The first thing I see is... Soon I'm informed that the first plane had hit exactly when the second black cat had crossed my way from the right.